I'm Brooke Barron, principal here at Pryor Middle School. I'm here to welcome all of our new 6th graders and new students to Pryor. Today I'm going to give you a little virtual tour and tell you some important things you might need to know before starting school. We are so excited to have you here at Pryor. There are so many fun things going on here. You are going to love being a pirate.
And I am the assistant principal here at Pryor Middle School over guidance, curriculum, and instruction.
Hi, Pryor family. My name is Mr. Panucci. I'm the assistant principal in charge of student discipline, school safety, and maintenance of the school facility.
A Pryor student school day starts at 7:45 and ends at 2:20. However, students can be dropped off as early as 7:15. Students who are walking to school enter our school through the guidance gate. Beside the guidance office is a big iron gate outside of guidance. Also, car riders can begin entering the car rider line, which is outside of our gym, at 7:15 as well. Bus riders will ride the bus and will be dropped off on the bus ramp, and obviously you'll be dropped off whenever your bus gets here and drops you off. Once you get here, you will proceed to our waiting areas, which will be either in the cafeteria or the gym, depending on your grade level, and you will wait there. You'll either eat breakfast. If you are a breakfast eater, you will be in the cafeteria. If you are not a breakfast eater, then you will be in the gymnasium. After that, when the bell rings, you will proceed to your first period class. At the end of the day, we have car riders can start lining up. The cars can start lining up at about 2:10. The gate will open. So if you would like to be here, parents, at 2:10 to pick up your child and start lining up, that's great. We dismiss at 2:20. So the walkers will dismiss out of the guidance gate, the bus riders will dismiss to their buses on the bus ramp, and the car riders will dismiss through the gym parking lot to the cars. We're now going to show you a map that's going to show you all of the different areas that you can drop off, pick up, and walk so that you know exactly where you need to go to be on time to school and then to be picked up from school.
There are 3 ways that students will enter and exit the campus. The first way is through the bus ramp, which is located off of Playground Avenue. Students will walk down the 4th ramp and then turn right to go to the cafeteria to eat breakfast. The second way that students will be dropped off is through the car rider line, which is located off of Denton Avenue. Parents will drop off in the gym parking lot, and they will walk towards the cafeteria where they will eat breakfast or wait to enter the locker hallway. The third way that students will be entering the campus is through the student services or guidance gate. This gate is for walkers only. Students will enter the gate and turn right to go to the cafeteria.
Pryor is one of the lucky schools that has a school uniform. This is great because in the morning you really don't even have to think too much about what you're going to wear to school. You don't have to worry about all that school shopping too much because you wear a Pryor uniform. Now, Pryor uniform is pretty simple. You just have to wear Pryor outerwear on your top. You can choose whatever bottoms that you'd like to wear. So you can wear jeans, you can wear shorts, you can wear a skirt. However, they need to be school appropriate, meaning you don't need to have, tons of tears and holes all in them. Your shorts need to be at an appropriate length for school. But your top needs to be Pryor. So you need to be wearing a Pryor t-shirt, a Pryor sweatshirt. If it's cold outside and you need to wear a jacket, it needs to be a Pryor jacket. If the weather is ever below 50 degrees, so it's extremely cold outside, then you can wear a jacket, a heavy coat that is not Pryor to get here to school or outside on our ramps when it's cold outside. But then once you get inside the building or inside of a classroom, you would need to take that outerwear off so that your Pryor attire is showing. We do sell everything Pryor in our Pryor school store. You may order that online. You can see a link. It'll be posted right here. And also, you can pay with a credit card online, or you can order online and then pick up with cash or a check, and we will deliver it to your student here at school. Or you may pay with a credit card online. So lots of options for getting your Pryor uniform. One thing that you can't really do is make your own Pryor clothing. All your Pryor clothing needs to be official Pryor clothing that's been approved and on our official Pryor school colors and our official Pryor logos here at school. So get your Pryor gear on, come to the school store or shop online, and make sure you're prepared for the school year.
We're now going to go over some examples of Pryor dress code. In this photo, all 4 students are in dress code with the Pryor hoodie, Pryor long sleeve shirt, Pryor sweatshirt, and Pryor t-shirt. Now we'll look at some non-examples of dress code. In this photo, there are 2 students. While the student on the left has a Pryor shirt on, his jacket is not a Pryor jacket, therefore he is out of dress code. The student on the right has a Pryor shirt on, but it is not on correctly, therefore this student is out of dress code as well. These 2 students, while they're both wearing Pryor outerwear, the student on the left is out of dress code because the hood is up. Hoods must be down to be in dress code. These 2 students look similar. The student on the left is in dress code. The student on the right is out of dress code because he is not wearing a Pryor jacket. This student has a Pryor sweatshirt draped around her shoulders. Even though it's a Pryor jacket and it's on her, it's not being worn correctly. Therefore, she is out of uniform and out of dress code. These 2 students might have just gotten out of gym. The student on the left is in dress code, but the student on the right has not changed back into her Pryor shirt and is therefore out of dress code. Hopefully these pictures show some examples of what Pryor dress code looks like. Both of these students are in dress code. If you would like to purchase school uniforms, you can do so by visiting the website below, www.pryorstudentservices.com.
Here at Pryor, we give out lockers and planners free of charge. Our planners are a very, very important part of a student's day. It includes all of your hall passes. So if you ever need to go to the restroom, a planner is a requirement. Each of your planners serves as your hall passes, so you have to have that on you to go anywhere on our campus. Replacement planners are $5, so if you lose a planner, you need to purchase another planner for $5. Also, planners are a great way for parents to look and see what the student did in class that day and to see what kind of homework assignments that the student has. We ask the teachers write in the planners, or have the students write in the planners what the homework assignments are for the day. So parents, please check your students' planners often so that you can keep up with what's happening in the classroom. Here at Pryor, we encourage parents to check the parent portal at least weekly, if not daily. What the parent portal does is it gives you a virtual look inside the teacher's gradebook. It is up to date. You can look at the student's attendance. You can see if the student was tardy, but most of all, you can keep up with the student's grades. It gives you an up-to-date view of the student's grade as of that moment in time. If you want to access Parent Portal, you can do it through Pryor's webpage or through the Okaloosa Schools webpage. You click on Parent Portal, you enter the student's user ID, which is the student ID that can be found on any student report card or progress report. If you don't know your student's number, you may call our guidance office. We will ask you a few security questions, and then we will give you your student's ID. The password is the last 4 digits of your student's ID. By having this information, you can access Parent Portal. On the home screen of Parent Portal, you may set up filters where you can enter your own email, parents, and set up parameters like, for example, if your child's grade drops below a C in any class, it will send you an automatic alert to your email letting you know that your student's grade dropped below a C. Or if your student is absent to a class, it will send you an automatic alert to your email. It will also do this to remind you to bring a note if your student has been absent in order to excuse the student's absence. So the Parent Portal is a great tool, and I encourage all of our parents to sign up with your email on Parent Portal and to check it at least weekly. Many of our students here at Pryor receive free and reduced lunch. If you are a parent who would like to apply for free and reduced lunch, you may do so online at okaloosaschools.com. You have to reapply every single year. So if you received free and reduced lunch services last school year, please make sure to go ahead, go online today and get registered so that you're good to go on the first day of school. Here at Pryor, we have a 6-period day, 4 core classes and 2 electives. Every student will take an ELA class, a math class, a social studies class, and a science class. And then the students have 2 electives at different times in the day. Those electives can be anything from chorus to band, intensive reading, an intensive math class if the student happens to struggle in math or reading. We have a new construction program. We have some innovative CTE courses like engineering, iDesign, IT classes. We have all kinds of exciting electives here at Pryor. Students are free to explore all kinds of things that they may be interested in. It's a very exciting day here at Pryor, and all of our day is filled with academics. There's a 4-minute break between each class for the student to go to the restroom, to get to the next class, to get some water. So it's a very full day. Our school day is from 7:45 until 2:20, filled with lots of academics and lots of fun. Pryor is really unique. We have something that we're going into our 3rd year of club days. Every student here at Pryor participates in a club. We have every club you can think of, from Tropical Fish Club, Cornhole Club, Skating Club. We have Gardening Club, Cooking Club, Martial Arts Club, Tennis Club, Golf Club, Book Club, Creative Writing Club, Sign Language Club. You name it, we have it. If we don't have it, we'll probably make it. So all of our clubs are based on interests that our students have or interests that our teachers have that they would like to pass along to our students so that they can develop hobbies that they hopefully will keep for life. We do this once a month, and students choose a club that they're interested in. If they get into the club and they don't like it, they're allowed 2 changes over the school year to find something that they really enjoy. So be thinking of the club that you would like. We'll be selecting those clubs at the beginning of the year, and then whenever we have everything arranged, we'll begin our club days. We are so excited to get you back to school. We know that everything has been very uncertain with COVID, and we want to assure you that we are taking every safety precaution that we can take to ensure that you come back to school and remain safe. These are some of the things that we're doing here at Pryor. First of all, every student will have a temperature check upon entering campus. Our bus riders will also be required to wear a mask on the bus. Our walkers, we will have a team of employees that will be checking the temperature of every student as they enter the walker's gate outside of guidance. Students who are car riders will have their temperature taken while they are still inside of the car. As they pull through the gates, their temperature will be taken as they pull through the gates. As long as the student's temperature does not register at 100.4 or higher, the student is cleared to come into the school building. If the temperature is 104 or higher, we will give the student an opportunity to cool off, have a few minutes to try to cool off. If the student has been in the sun or in a hot car or walking to school and maybe has been overheated in doing so, we will allow the student to maybe get in the shade outside and have a few minutes to cool off. If the student's temperature does not go down and remains high, then the student will have to go home and will not be allowed to enter campus. Once the students have been cleared and they are on campus, we will have masks that we can provide for students if they do not bring their own mask. We ask that students bring their own mask if they would like to wear a mask. At this time, masks are not required. They are suggested, and we would like for our students to wear masks to protect our teachers, to protect our staff members, and to protect other students. However, if your student struggles with a mask, doesn't want to wear a mask, at this point in time, they are not required to wear masks. We will have masks again for those students who cannot afford them or do not have one of their own and would like to wear one. We can provide a washable, plain mask for them. We are also going to sell really cute, fashionable Pryor Pirate masks in our school store. I'm sure all the kids are going to want one. They are very cute. We'll have those in our school store ready to go. So those are encouraged. We are also going to have social distancing in our classroom. We've been working all summer to prepare our classrooms. We have removed all of the extra furniture from our classrooms. Pretty much our classrooms are down to the bare minimum, student seating and a teacher desk, so that we can space out the desks as much as possible. We are going to have hand sanitizer in every classroom. Between each class, we are going to have the desks wiped down and sanitized. We're going to sanitize all of our surfaces. And then at the end of every day, every classroom is going to be misted with sanitizing spray on every single surface, and then that's going to be allowed to dry overnight with an antibacterial mist that's going to cover all carpets, all walls, all handles, all countertops, all surfaces. Our locker hallways are going to be one way, and our ramps for the most part are going to be one way where they can be one way. We are also going to a block schedule. So the students will only go to 3 classes per day and a homeroom to minimize their travel time and their interactions, to cut those things in half. So the students will only go to 3 classes a day, and they will be in those classes for approximately 106 minutes a day. So double the time. So that means each night they will only have half of the class's homework, and they will have 2 nights to prepare for that class, to go to that class again. During this time, at least for the first 9 weeks, we are not going to have the students go to their lockers. What we are going to do instead, each student will be assigned a textbook. Those textbooks will remain in the rooms with the students' names on the outside of the textbook. The students will only touch their own textbooks. Students will be able to carry backpacks at least for this first 9 weeks to class, but those backpacks should only contain their binders. Our suggestion is that students get like a trapper keeper or one notebook, that they would have 2 separate trapper keepers, one for the even days of the week, one for the odd days of the week, where they would keep the materials for the 3 classes they attend for those days in that one trapper keeper. And then they wouldn't even have to carry a backpack to class. The only thing they would have to carry to class would be the one trapper keeper for that day. So maybe that they have a blue trapper keeper for one day and maybe a red trapper keeper for the other day. And that's the only thing they would need to carry to school. That's the only thing that they would need to carry to every single class. And that's the only thing that they would need to touch that entire day. That would be my recommendation for each student. However, if students have already purchased a binder for each class, or they feel more organized having a separate binder for each class, they are welcome to do that, and then put those 3 binders in a backpack and then carry that backpack to the classroom. They are welcome to do that as well, but just remember, that's just more things they're going to be touching during a day, and then that backpack is also going to have to hang on a desk or, be placed on the floor in that classroom during that day. So just be aware of those things. Students are also encouraged to bring their own hand sanitizer and use it regularly during a class. Students are also encouraged to bring their own water bottle every day. We are replacing our water fountains with water bottle fillers, so students will be able to fill their water bottles with those water bottle fillers daily and regularly. We are not going to encourage students they're not going to be able to use a regular water fountain where they're putting their mouth on a water fountain, but they will be able to use water bottle fillers. We will not be providing water bottles, so please bring your own, but students will be able to do that. We are also going to a 4 lunch system. So instead of 3 lunches, we're now having 4 lunches. This will allow us to be able to spread out at lunch. We also have purchased new picnic tables, so we will have some seating outside as well. So on nice days, we will also be seating about 50 kids outside. Also socially distancing those students. So again, we're going to have more space, more room to spread out at lunch. We will not have students sitting right next to each other. There will not be anyone sitting close to one another at the lunch tables. So I hope this eases your mind a little bit about what we're going to be doing at Pryor to ensure everyone's safety. We want to make sure that we keep all of our pirates safe and COVID free. We look forward to seeing you here at Pryor, and now we're going to start our tour of the building.
Pryor is organized as an outdoor ramp system. Today we'll be going over all the important places that you need to know while attending Pryor. The first area we will talk about is the front office. This is where students will be checked in and checked out. In order to be checked out, the persons picking up the student must have a photo ID. All attendance notes will be dropped off in the front office as well, including packages. The Student Services Office is located on the right side of the campus. This is where the counselors are located as well. Students can come here for schedule issues, to set up conferences, and to meet with counselors to discuss needs. The cafeteria is where students will eat breakfast and lunch. There is also an afternoon snack available for plan of care tutoring after school. The gym is located towards the back of the school near the athletic fields. PE is here, as well as pep rallies and other various functions. The library is located next to the bus ramp. Students can check out media here to include books. The locker hallway serves as the spine of the school. Students can access any point of the school by returning to the locker hallway and going to the various ramps. The first ramp, located closest to the front office, is where most of the English classes are held. You can notice the school class numbers are listed there, starting with the 10s. The second ramp houses many of the social studies teachers. This ramp connects to the cafeteria as well. The third ramp houses the math department. This ramp will connect you to the library and media center. The fourth ramp is where most of the science classes are located. The fourth ramp connects you to the bus ramp, and that's how you will enter and exit if you are a bus rider.
I'm sure you've heard about all of our award-winning sports here at Pryor. This is where some of it takes place. As you can see, our tennis courts, back there our practice fields, our baseball fields, our field house, our weight rooms. We have amazing programs here for boys and for girls. We have football, basketball, soccer, tennis, golf. We want you to participate in everything that your heart desires. Just make sure you get a physical on file and get ready to try out for all of our great sports here at Pryor. For our electives, if you are taking electives such as PE, IT, construction, chorus, or band, this is how you'll find them. That is our locker hall. You would come out the locker hall doors and walk down this outside ramp. If you're going to PE, those first two entrances are where you dress out. Those are the locker rooms. That's where you will meet your coach. If you are coming to chorus, band, construction, if you go to construction, actually, you're gonna walk right down through here and go around the back way, and you'll find a door to the construction entrance. If you're going to band, chorus, engineering, you're gonna go straight through this door, and through this hallway, you'll find those three classes. That's where you're gonna find your elective classes. Very easy. Straight down the hallway from the locker hall through the outdoor ramp.
Welcome again, Pryor family. We're now in our school cafeteria. We have 4 lunches each day. You'll be assigned to a lunch based on what class you're in that class period, and you'll be brought here by your teacher. Once you're here, we'll take a few minutes to make any relevant announcements, to greet you, to let you know if there's anything new that you need to know that day, remind you about some of our cafeteria guidelines, and then we'll release you to the food line by table. The food lines form at two different food line doors. There's one in that direction and there's one in that direction. Generally, they have different food selections at each door, but those menus will be posted so that you can see which line you want to be in for that day. After you go through the food line, you'll be coming out these center doors and paying for your lunch at the cash registers. Many of you have lunch accounts, and you will prepay in money into your lunch accounts, which you can do online, and you won't have to exchange any money at the cash registers. Once you've passed the cash registers, you go back to your seat and enjoy the company of your fellow students, relax, have your lunch, and we will be letting you know when you only have a few minutes left so that you can discard your trash. And this is generally everybody's favorite part of the day. When you arrive in the morning, you'll come in at the south gate, form a single line of traffic along this walkway in front of the gym, pull all the way to the front as far as you can, and you may drop your child off anywhere along this walkway. You may form 2 lanes exiting, 1 lane turning to the north, 1 lane turning to the south. But while you're dropping off or picking up, please remain in a single lane. As far as pickup in the afternoon, as soon as the south gate opens, you can come in and pull up in a single lane the same way as you did for drop off. Pull as far forward as you can, and as soon as you receive your child, you may then again form 2 lanes to the exit at the north gate and either turn north or turn south. I hope that you'll be patient with us. This area becomes congested in the mornings, not quite as bad in the afternoons. Be patient, consider safety at all times, and we will do our best to make sure all points are supervised and safety for your student is paramount.